Leo, hi. So this is going to be a reading for March 16th through the 22nd. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Leo. The overall energy for the reading, the Empress. I can't tell if that's your energy or somebody else's. I think it's yours. And if it is, I think it's coming from the angle of, self-care, focusing on your heart, your needs, things like that. Very gentle energy. Can't tell though if it could be somebody else. I don't know. We'll see. Regardless, it's a good energy. In the recent past, the Six of Swords, the Queen of Cups, the Temperance card. Slowly but surely, and potentially lovingly, you're kind of creating some distance here between yourself and something else, someone else. It's a process, though, from what I can see. So it's not you just wake up one day and you're like, okay, I'm out of here. No. It's a process. And you're trying to be considerate there through this. So distancing yourself from something. Okay. In the current situation, the Hangman, the Six of Cups, the Emperor, there's a soul connection here. But as far as this soul connection goes, there's not a lot going on. If anything, you're trying to be as present as possible here. You're getting shit done. You're in that, let's take care of stuff mode. But there's not a lot moving. There's not a lot happening, but you're definitely attached to the soul connection somehow. In the immediate future, the Page of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords. You're gaining momentum here. You're definitely going through a process of complete separation from something, someone. Like if in the past it was looking more like distancing, now it's a complete separation. It's from, again, letting go of something here. But you are gaining momentum. As you start really with this process, you're kind of like one step at a time. And then, along the way, I kind of see your energy picking up and being like, okay, I know exactly what to do here. I got this, So, okay. Let's clarify. Let's do the Empress. The Two of Wands, the Six of Wands, the Queen of Cups. Yeah, I think this has been through whatever the hell happens for you on the surface, on a surface level, like whatever you're involved in, whatever processes you're part of, there's been an ongoing internal process at play for you in which you've gotten closer and closer to your heart, to opening up your heart here. And it's almost looking like it's as slow of a process internally like it is externally. So if externally, let's say you're dealing with somebody else and there's stuff going on there, internally you have your own process to get closer and closer to yourself, basically. So if things are progressing over the course of a few months externally, that's how this journey looks like internally as well towards you. So it's kind of like the speed of things is kind of the same from the outside to the inside, which is quite fascinating. But you're on this journey to your heart, basically. So it's looking pretty cool. And I see you acknowledging that from time to time, kind of stopping and saying, oh yeah, nice, and then proceeding. Okay, let me do the Six of Swords in the recent past, the Magician, the King of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups. All right. Yeah, because you're deciding, okay, I'm going to go look for happiness now. Whatever the hell you were dealing with, that wasn't it. It's like, I'm going to go out there and look for happiness now. So I got to get away from this because this is not what I'm looking for. So, Okay. That's what you were manifesting anyways. Happiness. Queen of Cups in the recent past. You get the Two of Swords, the World card, the Three of Cups. See, that process that internally you're on right now, it was kind of a, you were in a pickle with it back there. It was nowhere on the map. Like, no, what, open up my heart for what? I'm dealing with this situation here. I don't have time to do two things at once. I gotta deal with this, right? So, my heart is open. Leave me alone. So that's kind of how you're showing up there. Whatever was going on the surface took over completely. The internal journey, nothing. Complete confusion over it. While you're saying, oh, no, I got my heart with me. I'm good. I'm taking care of me. Let me do the temperance card. The Sun, the Empress, the Hierophant. That's very, very, because it's almost like a mirror. Like as you go through this process externally, that's why it's the same speed. Because it is the process. How you navigate through everything that's going on there externally reflects a lot internally. It brings you to your heart. It brings you to you. You know, that's why they're running under the same speed, because they're the same process. Only the internal one is just for you and strictly for you. The external one may affect other energies around you as well, not just you. But how you put yourself first in every situation you're dealing with there, you know, gets you closer and closer to your heart here, to this process of self-love. This is super nice. I've never seen it put it this way. And if I have, it doesn't run at the same speed necessarily. That's super, super interesting. Let me do the Hangman in the current situation. The Ace of Cups, the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Swords. Yeah, they're balanced, both processes, external and internal. Because they're running under the same speed, you're kind of in a good place here. You're definitely in touch with your heart internally, and it reflects on the outside with whatever it is that you're doing. So externally, you're showing up as having a lot more clarity over things than you did in the past, you know? Like you're showing up as knowing exactly what to do here. Wow. Let me do the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups, again, the Chariot, the King of Cups. There's a lot of love over this soul connection. So as this soul connection is attached to you, or at this time you're part of it somehow, I'm not sure what's going on with this connection. It's not saying anything that's going on with it. It's just saying that whatever's going on with it, it's on the right track. The energy of that dynamic of this connection is where it should be. And it's heading in the direction that it should be heading in. And on top of it all, there's a lot of love that's being placed there. So again, not sure where this is at, where this is going, what this is to you, but it's definitely got the green light from the universe, you know, and a lot of love. Okay, let me do the Emperor. For the Emperor, you get the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune. There may be some changes at play. As far as this dynamic goes, there may be some changes at play. I think they're coming from you, these changes. I think you're the one that's bringing these changes to the table. I see both energies kind of lining up there. If, let's say, until this point, maybe you weren't. Maybe you weren't on the same page. Maybe you were like, fuck these changes. Or they were like, fuck these changes. You know, right now you seem to kind of land on the same page with it all. It's so whatever's going on here, whatever's shifting, whatever's changing for things, the both of you are contributing to that change to make it run smooth, to make, you know, so you're definitely meeting on the same page here at this moment in time, at least. And I feel like it's one of those things that you don't even know exactly what the changes are. You're just kind of, as you're going through them, you'll see. You know, you'll see what it's gonna shape into, or something like that. It's interesting. But let's do the Page of Swords in the Immediate future, the Eight of Wands, the Four of Swords, the Hermit. It's a very gentle energy. It's almost looking from the outside that not a lot is happening. You're not doing much. They're not doing much. Nobody's doing much here. Like, if anything, kind of just moving through life, you know? But it's a very strong process of potential closure that's happening here for a chapter of your life or something like that. And even if this energy that you're closing off is not going anywhere, even if it stays, let's say, it's going to show up completely different. So that's why there's a chapter that's almost being closed here. And it's a pretty strong energy, very healing energy, you know, which again, on the surface is not going to reflect as much. If anything, you're showing up as, I'm just, you know, just doing my thing, going through life. This is what it is. Let's do the Five of Pentacles. You get the Five of Cups, the Three of Wands, the Judgment card. Ooh, it's been a long time coming, though. This closure of something. Because whatever that is, the chapter you're closing has a lot of damage in it, carries a lot of damage. So it needed to be closed a while ago, by the looks of it. But it's happening here. It's happening now. Okay. Let's do the Queen of Swords. In the immediate future, the Queen of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, the Five of Pentacles. And this is you and the way you're going through this final closure. Not only for this chapter, but for you personally, where you feel like you're closing this off. And there's a lot of self-love involved in there, which I'm not surprised. It's the energy you've been stepping into along with this process. So that's why you've been doing it, to help you when this chapter is closing. And you're doing it. You're using this energy, you know, of gentleness. There's a lot of gentleness to it. Like when I normally see this type of a process, it's a little rough around the edges, to say the least, you know. Something closing down, and you know, people are always showing up like, ooh, something. With you in this case, there's a lot of gentleness involved. And again, not surprised, because that was the process that you internally explored as well. It wasn't just an external experience for you. Something happened internally as this external experience was taking place. You know, so kind of nice, kind of cool how it's all playing out here. Let me see what the universe has for you as a final advice. The King of Swords, the Seven of Swords, the King of Wands. And it's like the more and more you step away from whatever this is, the more you're closing this off and stepping away from it, the closer you get to you. You know, to the real you, to the root of you, to you feeling like yourself, you feeling good about yourself. And this was a pretty fascinating reading, I gotta say. I didn't expect the pace of it to be so smooth and so gentle, but pretty cool. Pretty cool process, an unexpected one as well. But anyways, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time.